It cracked.
Hello, we are in the cut.
Mini movie.
It's your host, Rob Jiggity, and I got my two friends over here. Introduce yourselves.
Yo, it's Carlos. What's up?
One of my best friends from high school, middle school,
Yeah.
Carlos in the building. One of my best friends from high school. Introduce yourself.
Hello, I am Alex. I am here today with Robert. He is my friend.
That's how you introduce people, Alex. You don't just narc on people immediately.
No, I'm saying you're
Anyway.
my friend.
Anyway,
Also my friend too.
Get a homie.
Ha.
anyway, Carlos, what are we talking about today?
Let's start off with that Boogie Cousins trade that even the 2K Kings wouldn't accept.
All right, so
Thank you.
explain to me what are the details of that trade, Carlos. What happened with that trade?
All right, first of all, I saw like 3 different reports, 3 different things. Buddy Hield was traded. Buddy Hield wasn't traded. I think Buddy Hield was traded at the end of it, right?
Yeah,
Along
at the
with
end.
First round pick, a second round pick.
So the
And
full,
Tyreek Evans, I believe? Was Tyreek Evans in that
the
trade?
full,
Evans,
the
yes.
full trade is Buddy Hield, Langston Galloway,
Tyreek.
Evans,
First and second round.
first round pick in 2017, and I think a second round pick in either 2018 or 2019
Yeah, 28.
for Demarcus Cousins and the God Omri Caspi.
All right, so what are the implications of that trade for the Western Conference?
Absolutely nothing this year.
Basically, we got like 24 games left. There's
2 bottom of the conference teams. Who do the Pelicans? They have 2 big men and what?
No one.
And
Drew Holiday.
Drew Holiday, he's been having a good season since he came back from the injury and his wife's
Issue.
surgery.
Condition, yeah.
Yeah. And you look at the Pelicans, 3.5 games behind 8th place. They could still take a 7th or 8th place spot
And
if they really,
swept.
yeah, and get swept in the first round.
I think it has more implications for next year. A lot of people have been talking about Chris Paul. He can opt out of his contract and maybe come back to New Orleans.
That'd be.
And if he plays with Boogie and Anthony Davis, is probably the best team he's ever played on, regardless of what else they have on that team.
Big 3.
A huge 3.
Yikes.
Huge 3.
All right, what do you say to those people who say that DeMarcus Cousins and Anthony Davis, they play too similarly to be able to function together?
They do, but that really doesn't have too much of an effect because you look at players like Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum. They play very similar games, but they work very well together. So in that case, it'd be something, like a big man to another big man chemistry. You have Anthony Davis who can space the floor. You have DeMarcus Cousins who can space the floor. So one of them can play in and out. Other one can stretch the floor.
You got
Anthony
one.
Davis, who is an elite defender. Boogie, not really an
Boogie-
elite defender.
Boogie's
He's average-
pretty elite.
He's above average, but he's not
Yeah, okay.
Anthony
He's not
Davis
Yeah,
Anthony
level.
Davis.
yeah, he's
not
definitely
at
above
Hassan
average
Whiteside's level.
defensively, yeah.
But yeah, I think they'll complement each other very well.
I think on the offensive end, at least, just because they can both space the floor doesn't mean that they're always going to be spacing the floor.
Yeah.
So if Boogie has possession, he's at the top of the key. Maybe you'll put Anthony Davis down low. He can still put in work. Just because it's not their strength doesn't mean they're not good at it. So if they can switch on and off on what their duties are every offensive position, I think it'll work really well. As far as defense, they're both really good defenders. That speaks for itself, in my opinion.
I feel like the rim's going to be very well protected.
Yeah.
I
I think the problem's their guards. And
Yeah, they need more
They
guards in
need
that
the
rotation.
2 and the 3.
Yeah, badly.
They're okay with the point guard because they have Drew Holiday.
How many
I don't
years does
even
he have
know-
left on his contract?
Marcus?
No.
Drew.
Drew?
DeMarcus is until the end of next season.
So they still have one more year with him after
Drew
the
might
season.
have this might be Drew's contract.
Because if
year.
Drew's
Or
gone,
maybe next
then
year.
it makes sense to bring in Chris Paul.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense.
Whether
But
or
if
not you
Drew's
had
still
Drew-
here, but you'd want to go after a 2 or 3 instead of going after another guard if you have Drew. Unless you can trade Drew and bring in Chris Paul. But I don't see any really worthy 2 or 3 that Drew can afford, you know what I'm saying?
That's
You're
very
not gonna
true.
get Jimmy Butler, Paul George for Drew and what? You already traded
Yeah,
the
they
rest
have
of the bad team.
they have no more assets to trade.
Yeah, they traded all their picks.
I feel like one thing that's going to go up immediately is the fast break points because they have two bigs that run the
They can run
break.
the floor, yeah.
They love to run the floor. DeMarcus Cousins loves to put the ball on the floor and find people or score coast to coast. And the they just need more talent to surround that with. Not just they need some role players to be able to make those guys stand out better. Yeah.
I think New Orleans didn't necessarily. They obviously won the trade, but I think it's more about the Kings losing the trade and how bad it was. Because Vlade Divac even said he had much better offers a couple days before. Yeah.
How would you even say that on air?
He said he had way better offers, but it was too late. It was the best one that they had at the time.
Wow.
He's a joke.
That
was a joke.
What does that trade mean for the Kings?
It means they can finally move on. They can stop going year after year saying we love Demarcus, we want to keep him here forever, to, oh, we're going to trade him because he doesn't like the coaching staff, to, oh, he loves us, he would never leave us. It's over. It's over, Sacramento. You can finally move on. Move on with your life. Forget about the girl that you thought was the one.
To me, it defines a heavyweight bout of the two biggest, worst teams in the NBA. And who is it really now? Is it the Kings or is it the Nets?
That's true.
Who is the worst?
Another thing I see, the Kings always picking up shooting guards. Between Ben McLemore, they had what's his name?
They had Isaiah Thomas.
Nick Stauskas. He was a one over there.
Oh, true.
But the Knicks, not the Knicks. The Kings they're always picking up shooting guards, and now their team is full of shooting guards, which is
the real problem.
It's another problem with the Kings.
That's the real problem.
Let go. That would have been amazing on that team.
They had Isaiah Thomas. They had Hassan Whiteside. They had Bismack Biyombo. Demarcus Cousins. A couple other players.
They had Tyreek at one point. Now they have to trade back for him. It's ridiculous.
And Tyreek Evans was starting to get into his groove on the Kings.
Yeah, he was. He definitely was.
With that amazing,
did he have a Rookie of the Year season?
Amazing first year, 25-5. First year, one of 3 players to ever do that.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see Tyreek Evans get back into that mode. I don't think he'll ever do that, but I wish like one day he could.
I think with the lack of talent on the Kings right now, he has a chance to do it.
That's true.
Buddy Hield could be the number 1 scoring option.
You think so?
For the Kings?
Probably.
I think it could be Tyreek.
2K did that. I started the season with the Kings.
The
Buddy Hield literally dropped like 21 a game. And then next highest scoring leader was like Darren Collison with like 9 points.
Oh, I forgot to have Collison.
I feel bad for Ben McLemore though, because he still can't put it together. And now they got Buddy Hield to replace him.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
So Ben McLemore's career, that's pretty much over. That's gone.
Divac said about Buddy Hield.
He thinks he could be a next Steph Curry?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, that's preposterous.
Get you a girl that loves you like Divac loves Buddy Hield.
For real, man. That was bad.
Man, I don't think Buddy Hield's mom is a fan of him like that.
Yeah, I don't know either. What other trades have happened? It was the Serge Ibaka trade, right?
Serge Ibaka, yes sir. Serge Ibaka.
Where would he shift?
He went to Toronto for Terrence Ross and Toronto's first round pick for this year.
Sounds like the Magic won that trade to me.
It's to be determined. Serge Ibaka is on an expiring contract, so if Toronto can definitely hold on to him beyond this season, I think it's a win-win. But long term, I think the Magic have the upper hand on that trade because they got Terrence Ross. He's still 25, 26.
They have like 8 big men.
He's got like 3 years left on his contract. And we got a first-round pick. Well, they got a first-round pick. Excuse me.
Oh, they were the ones who got the first-round pick.
Yeah. Magic got Terrence Ross and a first-round pick.
Yeah, all right.
For Serge Ibaka, yeah.
Okay.
But, I mean, yeah, Toronto, they got...
Do you think that gives them a push this year in the playoffs at all?
Does Ibaka...
Who was there for before they got Ibaka?
Patrick Patterson.
Patterson.
Garbage.
Yeah, he doesn't do much great.
All he does... Was he the one that hit a game winner against the Knicks a couple of years ago?
Who?
Patterson. Toronto's big man.
Knicks Insider reporting right here.
Or who was it?
No idea.
I don't remember.
Who hasn't hit a game winner on the Knicks?
A large portion of the NBA.
Who hasn't hit a game winner against the... Probably not a lot of people because they're usually getting blown out, actually.
That's true.
But, yeah. How does Ibaka affect the Toronto team?
That's a solid starting 5 right there. Lowry, DeRozan, Amari Carroll, I think.
Yeah, Carroll, Ibaka, and then Valanciunas.
That's solid. That's enough. That's enough to get knocked down in the Eastern Finals against LeBron.
Yeah, that is.
What seed? Are they even the second seed right now? No, they're
like
fourth.
Yeah, they're the fourth.
So that means they'd face the first seed in the second round, wouldn't they?
They would face the Hawks, I think.
In the
Either
first
the
round.
Hawks or the Wizards. One of those.
No, the Wizards are the third seed right now.
All right, so it'd probably be the Hawks.
And then they'd face the winner of the 1 and 8 seed in the second round, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so they'd face the Cavs in the semis.
All right, so they're good enough to get blown out in the
So-
second round by the Cavs.
So they're gonna get as far as they always get with Ibaka.
Basically.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
I don't think that gives them championship contender status.
I don't think anything does.
Definitely helps.
Now with the Cavs.
honestly, it doesn't fix Toronto's problems because their problems are basically focused on their defensive three-pointing because teams go out there and hit a lot of threes on them, and Ibaka doesn't fix that. Ibaka's gonna fix the paint
The
problems,
paint issues,
but
yeah.
teams are still gonna hit a lot of threes on Toronto, and that's their main problem on defense.
Wasn't Terrence Ross a good defender?
He's alright. He's
He's
not.
not a good
Yeah.
perimeter defender.
He was a good perimeter defender.
But the thing is, you look at Lowry when Lowry does late contests.
Lowry doesn't play defense, does he?
He's okay definitely, but I'm talking about like on late contests on 3-pointers, he can't contest anybody because he's 6'1".
Yeah, he is.
You look at their guards; they can't really contest threes, so that's the major
Another
problem
thing
Toronto
with
has.
Toronto is that now Norman Powell gets more minutes too. He had a good, was he a rookie last year, right?
Who's that?
Norman Powell, yeah,
Oh.
Norman Powell could be a good
He's
six man
good.
for that team.
I am a fan.
With Terrence Ross gone, he gets a lot more minutes.
So is there
He gets to be basically the sixth man now. Pretty sure.
any way that the finals are not the Cavs versus the Warriors?
Any
possibility?
I could see
Let's find out what Vegas thinks.
maybe the Spurs, maybe.
Honestly, from the West, I could see the Warriors. I could see the Spurs. I
Spurs.
could even see the Rockets.
I can't.
To
see
be
the
honest
Rockets.
with you,
I cannot.
the way they're playing right now, James Harden's
Harden's gonna have to play on
their threes
a way higher level than he's already playing now.
flying.
Against better teams, he's gonna match up against top 8 teams in the West, all playoffs. It's not gonna be some bad team, some good team. He's not gonna have the chance to rest and drop.
I mean,
30,
James
10,
Harden
10.
did give the Warriors numbers.
But he can't do
He
that.
got to
for
win.
7 games.
That's
in
what I'm
a row.
saying. You're gonna have to do that 7 games in a row
Yeah.
at an elite level every night.
But honestly, I think
So the Cavs are more guaranteed to be in the final than the Warriors.
I think so.
There's no challenges in the East.
If the Celtics get Jimmy Butler,
Celtics with Jimmy Butler.
Even with Jimmy Butler, the stuff that you're gonna have to give up for Jimmy Butler
it's probably
is
smart.
probably gonna ruin your depth.
It's either
so-
Smart or Bradley.
They need Bradley to beat the Cavs. They need Bradley and Jimmy there to beat the Cavs. Without those two, they're not beating the Cavs.
I'd rather them get Drummond. If the Celtics get Drummond, I think that's a problem.
Drummond. The problem with that would be because Al Horford doesn't like to defend fours. He likes to defend fives
They need to get rid of Al Horford.
because he doesn't like to stand out. A lot of fours like to shoot
Doesn't
threes.
like
He
getting
doesn't like
paid millions
getting out there.
to defend a
defense,
4, but he
yeah.
likes getting paid millions to defend a
Yeah.
5.
Lazy.
What a world!
That's why they're
First
like
world problems.
they're like matching him up with Olynyk, where Olynyk could go out there defend the 4, but then play the 5 offensively.
Linux,
Yeah,
he could defend.
I don't know.
Olynyk's pretty lanky. Olynyk's a smart basketball player too.
He's
Is
a
it
good
because
shooter,
he's? Never mind.
But I feel like he plays the 5 like a 4, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But offensively, he plays
Offensively-
the 5 as a 4.
But they put him there for that defensive matchup where he could play the 4
But
defensively.
who do they have in the paint to dominate?
They don't. That's the
So
problem.
they should get Drummond.
Absolutely nobody.
Yeah, I'm saying Drummond would.
Drummond's a solid 20 and 20 almost every game.
Yeah, that's true.
2 air balls, free throws, like 80% shooting.
So you're saying Drummond would make that team be able to beat the Cavs, or
I think it'd give
I'd
them
him
a
better
challenge.
chance.
I'd give them a challenge. It would. I don't think any team can beat the Cavs in the East, no matter what trades happen. It's trading for no reason. You're just
In a
moving pieces.
7-game series,
getting
I
the
don't
same
think
result.
any team in the East can beat the Cavs. Like, yeah, you might see the Celtics beat the Cavs next week or whenever they play again. You're gonna say, oh, maybe they got a shot.
They don't.
LeBron is on a different level.
yeah,
in the
playoff
playoffs.
LeBron is an animal.
Kyrie's on a different level in the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying.
And now that they already have a championship, they got something to work towards again. They got a chip on their shoulder, basically.
Have you guys seen? Did you guys see all those players tweeting the eyeballs, the eyeball emoji yesterday?
I tweeted it too.
Did
I quoted it.
But I think Isaiah Thomas and Andre Drummond both did it, so they were assuming that meant something.
Yeah, they said that. I hate Twitter because they said, "Oh, the last time Isaiah Thomas tweeted those eyeball emojis, that's when Al Horford signed." So by them seeing that, they assumed that something was gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
If I was a player, honestly, if I heard something like that about
trolling.
me,
I think
I would troll.
I think they're trolling. I really do think they're
I'd
trolling.
be doing that like once a
Because
week.
he wasn't the only one that did it. So is Isaiah Thomas a top 5 point guard in the NBA right now?
Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah. Wait, we'll save that conversation
Right
for next segment. We'll see you guys later. We'll be back for more in the cut later.